Hey guys, it's Sticks! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to bring you another Plan With Me bullet journal video, and this time it's for August. It's my first full month since last month I started about halfway through because I was too excited. And this time I'm even more excited because I'm doing a Disney theme, as you can probably tell by the title page I'm working on. I chose this theme because a year ago this month my family and I went to Disney World and on a Disney cruise, and so I was feeling very nostalgic and wishing for that time to come again, because everybody who knows me knows I'm a huge Disney fan and my family is too, so I thought this would be perfect for this month. I felt it was appropriate to start off this month with the mouse that started it all, and I threw in Minnie too because I found this picture of the two of them online and thought it was adorable, so this is the one I picked. In order to make it easier on myself and make sure everything was proportionate, I used the grid method to transfer the picture from its original form into my bullet journal. The dot grid helps a ton with this because I've got a grid built in right away. So I just needed to set up a grid on the image, and I did that in Photoshop, and then I basically just copied each little square to make everything line up and be proportionate. So I think it turned out pretty well on most of these. The title font is the Disney font, and I basically just looked up the font online and copied the letters. I thought that would be fitting for the title page. And to color these, I'm using some new pens I bought on Amazon on a flash sale by Color, I guess they're called. And I actually really love them. They came with 5 different blacks in different thicknesses, and then a bunch of colors, and they don't really ghost or bleed through very much, so really happy with those. Didn't realize till after I colored Minnie's hat that it's supposed to be red, so there's mistake number 1. Oh well. So for July I had done a monthly spread that was kind of just vertical and a list form, and this time I decided to try the calendar form. I kind of want to see if it helps me use it more, because I didn't use that monthly spread very much in July at all. I'm thinking this will help me write down due dates if I can see it all in one place kind of visually. So as you can tell, this is the Little Mermaid theme. I had so much fun drawing Sebastian and Flounder, and they were very tiny, so I was really thankful for those new pens and the really small fine tip one that came with the set, because it was perfect. The Little Mermaid was one of the first Disney movies I remember seeing as a little girl. We went to the theater and saw it, and it's still a favorite. I love it. Probably not quite as much as The Beauty and the Beast, but they're both classics, and so I felt this would be perfect for this spread because I could use the seaweed on that narrow strip there on the side, and then Sebastian and Flounder fit perfectly in the other 2 open spaces. So yeah. And of course I didn't have enough color variation in the Color pen set to color this whole illustration, so I used some of my Pro Art markers. I think they're similar to the Crayola Super Tip markers. And unfortunately they do bleed quite a bit more. So I kept trying to check to make sure it wasn't too bad, and it was pretty bad, but I've just learned I have to deal with that on these pages of this journal because they're so thin. Next up here is the mood tracker, and I was really excited about the idea I had for this one. I thought it might be fun to use the floating lanterns from Tangled to represent my moods for each day. So I drew 31 lanterns floating up into the sky, and I tried to make them get smaller as you went up. And I really like how this turned out. I'm excited to fill it in. For my sleep tracker this month, since it had a lot more days, I gave it its own page, and I just thought it would be cute if I kind of made it based on Pinocchio wishing upon a star. Nighttime kind of reminds me of that scene from Pinocchio where he's wishing on the blue fairy star. So I included the quote from that part of the movie too. This next spread is another one I'm really excited to try. It's 2 lines a day, basically for journaling my memories of what happens each day. And I thought that would be really fun to look back on in the future and just have little memories of what my day-to-day life was like at this point in time. And so I found this really cute quote online that says, "Today's special moments are tomorrow's memories," and I thought it was perfect. Drawing the lines was a bit difficult because the way I have to set up my camera means that there's this big structure in my way of my elbow, and I can't just pull my hand along to make a straight line. So these are a little floppy, but I'm hoping to fix that very soon because I've ordered an arm and a webcam so I can be all official and fancy. This is my first time ever needing to record anything I was doing traditionally, so it's all new to me. So last month I decided not to do any weekly spreads because I was just going to track it all monthly, but this time I kind of want to try something different and maybe have more information in smaller bits rather than in all month. So I decided to do weekly spreads, and this is my first weekly, and as you can see, it's a nod to Aladdin. Phenomenal cosmic power, itty bitty living space. I had to do that, sorry. So this is where I'll be putting my habit tracker for the week up in the corner, and then it's got some space for me to write specific things that are happening for each day. And then I also put, I'm trying to reduce the amount of Dr. Pepper I imbibe. So I'm tracking how many I drink each day, and hopefully most of the time it'll be none, but we'll see how it goes. I know it's bad for me, but I love it so much. This little section is for the ARPG I participate in, and I've done a video on that. I'll link to it in the description. But every Sunday basically is to draw one of your characters traditionally and turn that in for rewards. So I put a little spot just for that, and hopefully it'll help me remember to actually do that. Okay, so here's the final flip through for August, and I hope you enjoyed this Disney theme. I really enjoyed it. I'm excited to fill it in and see how it ends up. Thank you for coming along with me on this, and I will see you all next Sunday.